Hello, I'm Cindy Syrian with Community Medical Centers. Thank you for joining us for this edition of Community MedWatch. Tonight, in an instant, Derek Bogardus' life took a sharp turn. He was riding his motorcycle home from a softball game when he collided with a truck. He slid underneath it, totaling his bike. Even the truck was totaled, and Derek almost lost his life. This young man admits that his perseverance afterward is nothing short of a miracle, and having his family nearby every step of the way made all the difference.
This is the helmet right here that saved my life.
This is Derek Bogardus' second chance at life.
They say a truck made a left-hand turn in front of me, and I don't remember anything after that.
Derek was taken by ambulance to Community Regional Medical Center, home to the only Level 1 trauma center between Los Angeles and Sacramento. He was in a coma for months with his family at his side.
You get a phone call in the middle of the night and saying that your son's been involved in a critical motorcycle accident. It was the worst thing I ever had to do, is drive down that hill all the way to the hospital and thinking if he's going to be alive when I get there.
Derek's injuries were quite extensive. He had broken several bones in his right arm and leg and also suffered damage to his brain and internal organs.
When I woke up, I just heard my dad saying, you know, you've been in a motorcycle accident, don't talk, you can't. I didn't even want to know my injuries when I woke up. I didn't want to know. People tried telling me, I'm like, I don't want to know. I don't want to know because I was scared.
Derek says during those dark days, it was his family that got him through it.
When there was someone with me all day, I needed that. Because, you know, I just remember looking at the doctors and the nurses, and I needed somebody in my room, or I needed my mouth moistened because I couldn't drink, but I had such a dry mouth, and, you know, my family was there to do that.
Derek's family wouldn't have had it any other way, but say this difficult time was made worse because they had to commute from Coarsegold, a mountain community about 45 minutes away from Fresno.
It would have been so nice to have a place to stay right next to him and be able to go get a shower or get cleaned up or, you know, do whatever we needed to do and then come right back to the waiting room instead of laying on the floors and chairs.
According to Lynn Bennick, director of the trauma program at Community Regional, family members of critically injured patients often need a safe haven, a place where they can get the rest and emotional break they need, yet still be close to their loved one who is receiving care.
It breaks your heart to see these families that don't want to leave their loved one's side, but they really don't have any place to go. Many of our families can't afford a hotel every night. They can't afford to be eating out at restaurants every night.
That's why keeping families close in times of need is the goal of Terry's House, an affordable and convenient lodging facility to be built across the street from the entrance to Community Regional.
We are a regional referral center, so we get patients from all over the valley and beyond. So these families then come to see their loved one in the hospital, and they need a place to stay, a place to lay their head, a place to get a bite to eat, a place to just kind of get regenerated and rejuvenated so they can stay close by their loved one, but also take care of themselves and get the rest and food that they need.
This 17,000 square foot, two-story home away from home will be built entirely with private donations. It will have 20 guest rooms, a living room, kitchen, library, and a resource room with computers. Amenities like a laundry room, exercise room, children's play area, quiet area, and outside healing garden also will be available.
Terry's House is there for the community. It's really something that I think the community can get behind and really rally behind. It's there not just to take care of a small number of patients that come into the hospital, but to take care of families all over the valley.
You really don't want to remember any of this stuff.
Rick knows firsthand how a place like Terry's House would ease the strain on families with loved ones receiving critical care.
You wouldn't have to go someplace, you know, you could always be there in case the news came out that, you know, something was going on, or if he came out of a coma or whatever, you know. It's very important to have a place like that.
After much rehabilitation, Derek's back on the road, just not on a motorcycle. He even got a tattoo that sums up how he feels about the accident. It reads, "Second Chance."
I want to be like a walking miracle, they call me.
Derek isn't taking his second chance at life for granted. He's planning on going back to school to train in another field and hopes to get right back to work.